We evolved to see the difference between right and wrong. In tight-knit tribes, when somebody stole from another person, it could be detrimental to the tribe's survival if people let the thief go unpunished. This was the early form of morality. Morality is seeing the difference between right and wrong. Stealing, killing, hitting, are all examples of wrong. Caring, sharing, loving, are all examples of right. But what if the person you are hitting hit you first? What if the person you are killing killed your entire family? One could argue that those situations are examples of someone being right and just, even if the act of killing is wrong. Morality has a lot of gray areas that philosophers take advantage of. One such philosopher was Philippa Foot. In 1967, Foot came up with the trolley problem. The scenario goes that you are on the side of a train track watching a runaway train barrel towards a split in the track. On one side is one worker and on the other side are 5 workers. These workers are unaware of the train and would not hear you if you try to yell out to them. The track is set on the group of 5 people, but there is a lever right next to you that can switch the track to be set on the one worker. What do? The logical response would be to switch the track to the one worker, since you are saving a net positive of 4 lives. But killing is still killing, and killing is wrong, right? Doing nothing would just let more people die, so technically pulling the lever is the right thing to do. Still, some people might not pull the lever since they would be responsible for the death of a person. What if we changed this scenario a little bit? The worker that is on the track by himself is named Billy. Billy is a lifelong friend of yours. He saved you from falling off of a boat just last year. Back in high school, he was the popular kid that everyone liked. Back in elementary school, Billy shared his lunch with you that one day that you forgot yours at home. Billy is the loving father of 3 kids, and he has a beautiful wife named Samantha waiting for him to return from work. Now, would you kill Billy? The numbers have not changed, you would still save 5 people from death by killing Billy. But it isn't that easy now. Before, the one worker was just a nobody to you. Now it is Billy. If you choose to save Billy and kill the 5 workers, you are putting his life above others. Saying that one person's life is worth more than another is wrong, right? Well, by picking the 5 workers over Billy, you are saying that Billy's life is worth more than 5 other people, you monster. Let's make this scenario even harder to answer. You are now standing over a bridge with a very rotund man. Below you is a train track with, of course, a runaway train barreling towards 5 workers. There is no lever, but there is that heavy man looking over the bridge next to you. If you were to push this man off the bridge, then there would be a 50-50 chance that he stops the train from killing the 5 workers, but there is a 100% chance that the man dies. What do? If you let the train pass, you are letting 5 people die. If you try and save the workers by pushing the man off of the bridge, then it is possible that the 5 workers live with only the man dying. But it is only a possibility. If you push the man off of the bridge and he does not stop the train, then you have still only killed 1 person. You can now say that you tried to stop the train the best that you could, so the deaths of the 5 workers are not your fault. Unfortunately, you can still be tried with murder since you did purposely kill the fat man. In this scenario, much like the last one, there is no completely right option. Either you let 5 people die or you kill 1 man to maybe save 5 people. This scenario can still become harder. Now there are 3 different tracks and the lever is back. On the first track stand 5 workers. On the second track stands your mother. On the third track stands 6 workers. They all, of course, can't hear you or the train, and the train is barreling towards your mother. What do? If you let it run, then the train will kill your mother. The woman that brought you into this world and was there beside you your entire life. If you do not want to see your mom's guts splattered across the track, then you have to choose between killing 5 or 6 people. The net positive option is to kill the 5 workers. But it is not truly the net positive option. Logically, the best option would be to kill your mother. She is just one person and you are saving the lives of 11 people. But much like with Billy, you hesitate. You are valuing the life of one person over 11 other people who you do not know but still have lives of their own. The reason that you are most likely to choose the 5 people is because you do not know them and they are the least amount of unknown people. Why do you get to decide who gets to live and die though? The only reason you are sparing your mother and damning the 5 people to death is because of knowledge. If you knew all of those people, then would you decide to kill the 6? That doesn't seem fair. That doesn't seem moral. You are trying people for the crime of not knowing you. If you were on the tracks, then would you want the person at the lever to spare you? What if you were a part of the 5 people group? In the shoes of the victims, you go against what you would most likely do. That's hypocritical. That's immoral. It's time to step up this dilemma tenfold. What if there were now 4 tracks? 1. The first stands 3.5 billion people. Half of the entire human population. On the second stands your mother again. On the third is your grandma. The 4th track holds the other half of the human population. Now if you do not choose and just let the train run through, it will split into 4 trains and run over everyone, killing everyone in the world besides you. What do? Are you really going to kill your grandma, leaving your mother to judge you, or are you going to kill your mother, leaving your grandma scolding and possibly hating you? Both of those options seem unthinkable, so you turn your attention to the first and last track. Is that really a better option? How could you even decide between those 2 groups? How come you get to choose which half of the entire human race lives and which dies? What if you left it up to chance? What if you put track 1 for heads and track 4 for tails? Heads. Now you have to pull the lever to kill half of the human population. In an instant you will hold the title for most people killed ever. If the top 10 people who have killed the most, pooled all of their numbers together, then that still would not equal the amount of people you would kill by switching the lever to the first track. And what if the rest of your family is in that group? Everyone you know would have a 50-50 chance of dying thanks to you. All of this just because you do not want to kill your grandma or mother. We haven't even touched on the ramifications of this slaughter. Once the rest of the world walks away from this massacre, many would lose loved ones. World leaders, power plant workers, astronauts, many jobs like these would be understaffed. Thanks to you. The best option in this last scenario would be to either kill your grandma or mother. Although unthinkable, it would circumvent the extinction of our civilization as we know it. Morality is seeing the difference between right and wrong. Although sometimes, it is not as straightforward as it may seem. We did not evolve to see and understand all of the gray areas that come with making the most righteous and moral decision, but we still can use logic to overcome these mental hurdles. So in conclusion, you are a monster no matter what you choose.